blue cards, and I'm doing it on Sister Mary McKillop. I'd like to talk to you a little about genealogy. Genealogy is a study of your family's history. A lot of young adults are trying to discover who they are. A good way to help with self-discovery is through genealogy. One of my self-discoveries through genealogy was finding out about my ancestors. One of my ancestors was Sister Mary McKillop, who was Australia's first saint. Mary McKillop was my great-grandmother's first cousin and my first cousin, fourth removed. Mary McKillop was an ordinary woman who lived an extraordinary life. She was born in Scotland on January 15th, 1842. The McKillop family was quite poor, so at a young age of 18, Mary moved to South Australia and took up a job as a governess and as a Portland school teacher. All the money Mary earned went towards her family's everyday living. While working as a governess, Mary met Father Julius Tension Woods. Ever since she turned 15, she decided she wanted to be a nun. She also wanted to devote her life to the poor and less fortunate. So upon meeting Father Woods, she told him her hopes and dreams, and together they decided to set up a school for the underprivileged children. In 1861, they worked together and opened Australia's first free Catholic school. At the time, only the rich could afford schooling, but at the school Mary opened, anyone was welcome. Mary was a Greek teacher and became very popular within the community. Although Mary was very pleased with her work, she still felt a religious calling, so Mary and Father Wood started their own order. The Sisters of St. Joseph's Sacred Heart was the first religious institution established by an Australian. In 1867, Mary then moved to Adelaide, where she opened up schools, orphanages, and other good works for those in need. Before long, there were 17 schools open across all of Australia. Mary had some conflicts with the church leaders because she wanted to teach all the kids in the same classroom and not segregate the poor Aborigine people from the rich. That way everyone would have equal education. In 1871, Mary was excommunicated from the Catholic Church for exposing a pedophile Irish priest. When she found out that Father Patrick Keatings was abusing children of the Kapunda parish in South Australia, she informed Father Woods. Her revelations were reported to the Vicar General, and Father Keatings was sent back to Ireland, where he continued to serve as a priest. A colleague of Father Keatings, Father Charles Horan, sought out revenge on Sister and her order. Father Horan wielded his power, and she was excommunicated by Aldine Bishop Shiel. Sister McKillop was turned out on the street with no money and nowhere to go. But 5 months later, Bishop Shiel had a change of heart on his deathbed and ordered that she be absolved and restored. Sister McKillop told of Father Keatings abusing the children in the Kapunda parish, but was punished herself. On her 100th year anniversary after her death, Archbishop Wilson of Adelaide publicly apologized to the Sisters of the Sainthood for her wrongful excommunication. After Mary's death, she was beatified by Pope John Paul II in 1995. Following Vatican Decree from 1961, a Sydney woman was cured of leukemia through Sister McKillop's intercession. She then performed another miracle requiring for sainthood in the mid-1990s, when a woman sent home from the hospital due to die from inoperable lung and brain cancer was cured. The family of Corkman David, who was beaten almost to death in Sydney in 2008, said his waking from a coma was due to their praying to Sister Mary. Sister McKillop was canonized on October 17, 2010 as Australia's first saint. From then on, she was known as Saint Mary of the Cross. She believed there is another journey after death. A big and main fundamental question is, what is the meaning of life? Mary found meaning in her life by following God and helping those that needed her. She helped the poor and gave people the things they deserved. Mary McKillop has done so much for Australia and for the education of young children that there are now many Catholic schools named after her all over Australia. Her continuous faith in God gave a great example to religious people everywhere. In 2010, my mother and her brother went to Rome, Italy to witness the canonization of our first cousin, Blessed Mary MacKillop, who is now the patron saint of abused children.